welcome to another program of Crowdfunder One-on-One here in Atlanta, Georgia. Got to be here with the Megan Johnson and Jeff
Bakaris.
I was going to have you to say that, have you, Jeff Bakaris? Jeff and Megan, they are with Spark Market, which is one of the beautiful brand, and you guys very special, and I'm glad to be here and talking to you guys. And tell us about Spark Market.
Yeah, so Spark Market is a community finance platform that's designed around a unique rule that we have in Georgia that allows Georgia companies to raise money from non-accredited investors here in Georgia. And that the rule has been around since early 2012, and it's already in effect, so we're not waiting on the Jobs Act here. So Spark Market is designed around that rule and allows companies to raise money both from Georgia investors as well as to solicit money from like a larger sort of national community and the rewards model of crowdfunding.
So, and this model has been working. You guys already have some product in the market, and tell us about that. How did that happen? How did you find your platform? How did you build it? How did you find your customer? How did you doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. So certainly it was a little bit of trial and error. We started Spark Market about a year and a half ago, and our motto right away was love Georgia, invest in Georgia. We believe in local. Love local, invest in local. Well, that's great, and we believe in the philosophy of crowdfunding and interstate local crowdfunding, and we've believed in that since the get-go. Unfortunately, our executive team at the outset was two lawyers. So, we didn't have, fortunately and unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of business training, a lot of technology training, and it took us a long time to put that expertise together, but we slowly built a fantastic team around us and built out the capabilities that we thought we really needed to execute this plan and do it in a responsible way and in a way that works. And so we've got fantastic technology at this point. We're really proud of what we've put together. It's we think a really good looking crowdfunding platform, but it's something that people can believe in, not just the concept, but the products that we're putting on the website. And so we actually just listed our first campaign. We went live early October, and I'm proud to say that the campaign closed ahead of schedule, a week ahead of schedule. They'd exceeded their funding goal by 30%.
How much was that?
Their minimum was $100,000, and they ended up closing their campaign just short of $130,000.
So, yeah. What did they do with the money? Could you tell us, Megan, what did they do with the money? Are you handling that? But by the way, you guys are lawyers, but you guys have some financial background because that's required, I believe, in this sort of kind of a platform putting over there. So you guys had some financial background.
Yeah, we did. Both Jeff and I worked in the financial industry as attorneys. So I worked for banks. Jeff worked in the securities market. And to answer your question, the company that we hosted is using the capital they raised to manufacture, to fulfill orders. They build guitars out of oil cans, and so they were using the money to fund their operations. They had previously raised a successful Kickstarter round earlier in the year, and so that was sort of the way they got their business off the ground. And now we're looking just to grow and expand their line.
Speaking of that, I see you have it here, one of the samples over there. So, and this is a very great looking, guitar with the oil, and you guys call it Bohemian Honey, correct?
Yeah, this is just one of their line. Actually, this was this is one of their old Kickstarter models. So when they originally did their Kickstarter line, they came out with 3 oil can guitars. Electric guitars are all hand built right here in the great state of Georgia in their workshop in Atlanta. 2 brothers came up with the company about a year and a half ago, and this was one of their original line. They actually came out with a new line of 4 guitars for the Spark Market raise that they just completed actually. So they've got 4 new.
Like a banjo?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm not.
Unfortunately, not.
I'm gonna sing.
Oh man, you couldn't pry this away from me. I just love it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did not take the advanced oil can electric guitar class in law school. I wish I could say that I did. I might have gone a different career path, but they're beautiful instruments. Yeah, it's a fully electric guitar. that's we understand has gotten some wonderful product reviews. We do our diligence as well on all the companies that list on Spark Market. They got a great write-up in TechCrunch, which supported the products that they put out on their Kickstarter raise, and they're going to keep it going forward. They custom build both electric guitars as well as basses. They'll do lefties, and they're moving into some pretty cool product areas outside of guitars as well. So.
I mean, even I know you're.
Well,
don't
it's a
you
little
dare.
out of tune, I'm afraid.
No, they've got like great. Go online to bohemianguitars.com. Bohemianguitars.com.
What
they
about
have
your site? I mean,
they
if
have
anybody nationally they cannot go to your site, and raise money, but in Georgia probably can.
Yeah. Well, so anybody can actually go and view the rewards portion of this campaign, which is actually still running. So if you wanted your own Bohemian guitar, you could go to sparkmarket.com and you could be able to pre-purchase a guitar that's similar to this one. It's got a slightly different look, but then they also have a video recording of what the guitar sounds like, and so you could get a better idea of the guitar's capabilities better than Jeff could provide with out-of-tune.
Or me for that.
Yeah, or me. So we don't want to discredit their product by not displaying the full potential of the sound. But anyway, folks are welcome to go to our website to if they're interested in purchasing rewards, or bohemianguitars.com, where they have more videos and products there.
Let me ask you, so you said this is only rewards right now, or just?
Yep. Initially, when the campaign launched in early October, it was a hybrid campaign, and so what that means is there was a portion of the campaign that was an equity offering, and that was restricted to exclusively Georgia residents. So anybody from outside of Georgia was not able to view that aspect of the offering. But there was another arm that was a rewards Kickstarter-like arm that was open to folks outside of Georgia. Mm-hmm. So that is actually still running. But the equity portion, they met the goal that they wanted to reach, and so they pulled that arm of their offering.
So I mean, the great thing to Megan, you guys doing actually, it's helping to, and we've been talking earlier with you guys, and that helping the community, building, so this is just kind of, you guys know these people, knows these musicians, so they are and that was the only way they can kind of get to the market, in your opinion. I mean, how did that help them? I mean, do you think that a lot of other people can be innovative and come up to these kind of ideas, platform like you guys, and can help them to take them to the next level?
Yeah.
On a crowdfunding, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely believe that. I mean, what you're looking at with respect to this first example of a successful campaign that we listed on Spark Market is folks who have an operating business. I mean, they have product validation from their Kickstarter raise. They were looking, I think, to raise $20,000. They raised around $50,000 on Kickstarter. They have an operating product. They were getting great reviews. They had orders they couldn't fill because they simply didn't have the manufacturing capacity. Which is why they needed to do an equities round. And they went for the traditional finance channels. I mean, they sought financing from the community banks, from the large banks. They sought it from angel investors. They even sought it from venture capitalists. Could not secure that financing. And when they decided, you know what, we're going to try something different. We're going to open this up to our community. And we're going to see if our community supports, our vision of what we think we can do with this company. And thankfully for them, and thankfully for us, and for the wider crowdfunding community, that faith was validated. The community came around and did support their concept, and they got where they needed to go. So now they're back to the business of, not of fundraising at this point, but to making electric guitars that are awesome and doing something really cool in the Atlanta community.
Great, and speaking of that, so we're grateful. I mean, this was very good example of, and you guys I know you're in Georgia, but you guys have a national attention. I know you were in NPR and some other. We're all looking at you, what you're doing, and grateful, and we're grateful what you're doing. So, and you have a beautiful brand, by the way, in Spark. So what is next for a Spark Market? What is next, Megan?
Yeah, so we're actively lining up our next local companies in need of financing, and then we're looking to develop our brand in other markets. So we're looking to get outside of Atlanta and make sure the rural kind of outerlying areas of Georgia know about our service and are able to put it to use in their own communities.
Okay, so the community all about it. Well, I want to, thank you again, having me in your home in this time of the night, and appreciate what you're doing for the community and crowdfunding. And you guys are good exampling of the crowdfunding works, with a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of innovations. We appreciate that. We wish you best luck. And we thank you for being with us. This is Sydney Armani with another edition of Crowdfunders and actually Crowd Makers, and with a great success story, saying so long with you.